Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 37 of overcoming my ankle injury, and it's time for some new goals. I've reached the 10 one arm pull ups on Friday. Now it's time for something new. Because guess what? When all of this is said and done, when the overcoming injury series is done, my ankle is healed, I'm back to my normal mileage. I don't want to look back at this series or at the training I've done, so to speak, right? And think to myself, like, hey, I could have done more. And at the moment, looking back at the last couple of weeks, I feel like I can do more. I'm doing a 5 kilometer run every day. Yes, you can call it consistent or disciplined or whatever, but fact of the matter is that I'm used to 10 kilometers every day, and it feels like something's missing, right? And when something's missing, when you feel like something is missing, oftentimes, it's just that you're not putting in enough work, and perhaps you're doing everything that you're used to doing, right? Like me, perhaps you're running 5 kilometers every day. But what might be missing in your work is the passion, right? The fire. Because when I did those 10 one arm pull ups, it felt frustrating. It felt exhausting. It felt, I was scared, but I was also very passionate. I was, putting in the daily work, and it felt very difficult, but also very satisfying. And in doing so, I realized, like in my other training, that's missing. It's not there anymore. And I can blame my injury as much as I want, but that has nothing to do with it, right? Even if you're injured in 99% of your body, you can still put 100% of your effort in the remaining 1%, right? I still have, well, the one arm pull ups. I still have the push ups. Let's talk about the push ups. I want to reach that goal of 10 sets of 100. And when I started training for it, I was going for it with all my might. I was nervous for the workouts. I was, trying to improve, and you saw the results in my chest, right? But lately, it's just like I'm doing it on autopilot. I'm not putting in, well, I'm doing the workout, but it's not the effort that I can put into it. I don't have the fire. And, when you're going into your training, you can think you're giving 100%, but if you're giving 100% without having the fire, it's really like you're just giving 50%. You can do more. And so I want to get that fire back, and the only way it's going to happen is by setting some new goals, right? To something to chase, and to actually tell myself, like, hey, you're going to go for this. So I have two new goals. First one, well, one arm pull-ups. I'm just going to continue. I'm going to go for 15 reps. It's possible, I don't know, but I want to try and reach it before my birthday, right? My birthday is August 17th. I have 3 more months or something, right? And I just want to see where I can get. I want to, do the one arm pull-ups with all my might. I want to go for it. I want to train it on a daily basis. I want to put my heart into it, right? That's goal number one. And today is a push day, but as part of it, first of all, I'm gonna do a little circuit. I'm gonna combine my planche push-ups with the one-arm pull-ups in kind of a greasing in the groove style. So that's the first thing we're gonna do, and then we'll talk about goal number two. Because god damn it, I don't want to regret anything. I want to, be passionate about training again. Let's go. All right, so the circuit slash push-ups and one arm pull-ups. Kind of, I'm kind of finding this new way of assistance. Still have to figure it out, but that doesn't matter. What I'm trying to achieve is a way of assistance that is, well, providing me enough assistance that I can do more reps, because I want to do 15 reps in total in one set. I'm gonna need endurance, so I'm gonna decrease the intensity, the difficulty of every rep by adding more resistance, but increasing the volume instead. And well, with these planche push-ups, just playing around with a supinated variation to kind of see if I can engage my biceps and forearms more, but at the moment, it's more of an attempt of a push-up than an actual push-up. Anyway, 3 more rounds. Okay, so the circuit is done. And to be honest, this circuit was kind of supposed to be a circuit where, a greasing the groove circuit. A circuit that I could do every day, perhaps every morning and evening, to kind of build up volume. However, you can hear it. I'm out of breath. This was close to my max. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this every day. Especially not regarding, considering recovery, but you know what? When you're sitting on the couch, when you're not spending your energy like me in a proper way, you have energy to spend, and so it's easy to think, oh, I'm gonna train hard and reach my goals. It's easy to think that way when you're not tired, and so you start, with a burning heart, with passion, with a lot of energy, and then, well, you get tired, the energy goes away, and then you think to yourself, oh, I guess it wasn't for me after all, but that's not the case. These first couple days, I don't know how they're gonna go. I'm just gonna find out what I'm capable of at the moment, when I am tired. And so the intensity over the next couple days might actually regress, it might go downward. And it might feel like I'm making reverse progress, but I'm just getting to the baseline of where I can start making progress, right? So, yeah, it's never too hard. You can always do it. You just have to find out where you have to start. But anyway, I'm gonna head outside and do some push ups. So, let's discuss the push up goal. Okie dokie, so the second goal is push ups. Not just any push ups, Japanese push ups. And if you've been watching the channel, you will know that, well, there's this Japanese guy doing 10 sets of 100 push ups. And he's got a huge chest and he built it with only these push ups. And basically, the push ups are very simple. So, you take your bars, you put your feet on a decline, and then you open up your chest and you just start spamming them away. And I saw this Japanese guy. He was going at his training with typical Japanese mindset of, well, if you put in a lot of work, you'll get a lot of results. And well, his results speak for themselves. But ever since I saw that video, I was inspired to basically reach 10 sets of 100 myself, but with a typical weak Western mindset, the passion, the fire kind of dwindled out. And so today I am refueling it. I'm refueling the fire, putting it on full blast again, and I'm gonna aim for those 1,000 push-ups. And just like in the beginning, I'm gonna give myself a rule set: 500 push-ups minimum per training, this and that. And yeah, let's get those 1,000 push-ups. I've been doing, I've reached 10 sets of a 70 before with kind of bad form. I think it was kind of a peak for me at the moment. So right now I'm just going to start rebuilding my base by doing lots of general volume, shorter sets, but also perhaps, more focus on form, and extending the arms to basically improve the quality, improve my power, and improve my base capacity. So yeah, the second goal, 10 sets of 100 push-ups. We have to do it. I feel like something's missing in the running because I have energy left when I stop. But if I start really focusing on these push-ups, I will not feel that emptiness because I will not have any energy left. I will just be tired from push-ups constantly. So that's the ideal solution, right? Anyway, let's get to it. I'm gonna first do a couple sets of push-ups, one push-up every second. So it's a tempo push-up, which is gonna force me to straighten the arms at the top because I'm gonna pause at the top. And yeah, this allows you, or this prevents you from just spamming away the reps. If I do 70 reps as fast as possible, it's done in 40 seconds. But if I force myself to, do one push-up every second, it's gonna be more time under tension, better for endurance, better form, so on and so forth. So This is gonna sting a little bit, but it's gonna be, a good stimulus. So I don't know how many push-ups I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna aim for 3 sets of. Well, I've done 70 before, but I wasn't I wasn't checking the depth. So perhaps 3 sets of 50 and or like 2 sets of 50 and then 1 set to the max. I don't know. We'll see. Holy hell. It's way more difficult when you actually hit depth. I've done these push-ups before, one push-up every second, but I didn't go down all the way. Oh, this is so much more difficult. 2 more sets. Oh, oh, that burns so much. Oh, oh, I don't want to hear anything about the rep ranges and 3 sets of 12 and this and that to build muscle in the optimal way. As long as you find your way and you're getting stronger doing it and you get a sick burn like this, you're building muscle. I don't care what anyone says. Alright, that's 150 reps, 350 more to go. I'm gonna do them emom style, every minute on the minute, 1 set of 25 reps, I believe. Holy hell. Okay, that was way harder than expected, which I guess that's just a proof that I have been lazy over the past couple weeks. But 2 goals: pull-ups and push-ups, and I'm gonna give myself until my birthday to reach them, with the push-ups as the main priority. So until I become 27, I want to get those 10 sets of 100 push-ups. I'm gonna do everything I can in my power, and in the meanwhile, I'm just gonna keep a base on the pull-ups and will try to improve a little bit on there as well. But I have to focus on one, because if I try to do both at once, I might end up, spending too much energy and not being able to recover and reach none of the goals by the time my birthday comes around. But if I can focus on one goal and get it done quickly, then I can perhaps shift focus on the other one as well, and will at least reach one goal, but perhaps even two. So that's kind of my tactic. And these push-ups and the one-arm pull-ups, they really don't go together, because on the push-ups, of course, you're using your chest. On the one-arm pull-up, in order to kind of rotate your body internally, you also activate your chest. And when your chest is tired, it's just that much more difficult. So perhaps what I'll do instead of one-arm pull-ups every day is just some normal pull-ups, like 100 pull-ups every day. I don't know, just something to strengthen my back, so that when the time comes around, I reach those 10 sets of 100, I can switch around quickly and get onto the pull-ups. But when it comes, I don't exactly know how I'm gonna figure it out yet. That's the thing. You can train as much as you want, as long as you want. There is always gonna be challenges where you just don't know how you're gonna tackle it. If you keep challenging yourself, of course. If you just do the same stuff over and over, well, then you will find training to become boring very quickly, in my opinion. But very happy with how today's training went. Very happy that, well, at the moment at least, the fire is back. I'll have to maybe come around and watch my own video in a month or two, when I'm tired and dreading everything. Perhaps I'll have to come back to this video and see the energy that I once had. But you know, there is no regret in at least trying. So yeah, I'm just gonna rest up, have some breakfast, and I'll see you tomorrow for, well, I don't know what kind of day it's gonna be, because I'm gonna do both push and pull probably. An upper body day, I guess. I'll see you tomorrow for an upper body day.